Morning all. We got 9 games tonight in the National Hockey League. 5 of them starting at 4 o'clock Pacific, 7 o'clock Eastern. Half an hour later, we get Game 6 started. A half an hour after that, Game 7 gets started. And then we have 2 late starts on the West Coast. So we'll start with 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Pacific start between the Dallas Stars and the Tampa Bay Lightning. This is the first of 2 meetings. They'll meet again on February 11th in Dallas. The Dallas Stars 9-5-1 on the season. They're 5-5 in their last 10. So it's been an up and down their last 10 games. Their goal differential is a plus 18. So they've scored 18 more goals than they've allowed. On the Tampa Bay side, they're 8-6-1. Over their last 10, they're 6-3-1. Their goal differential is even. So same amount of goals scored as they've allowed. So should be an interesting one tonight. 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. The New Jersey Devils in against the Montreal Canadiens. First of 3 meetings. They'll meet again February 21st and March 11th. So when I come up with the jersey I'm going to wear for the preview, I try to stick to teams that I haven't maybe worn as often in previews and all that fun stuff. And today I decided, you know what? This way, New Jersey fans can say, well, hey, we're angry because we're on a 9-game winning streak and he's wearing Montreal. But Montreal fans can say, hey, wait a minute. He's wearing the blue Montreal reverse retro that they never won a game in. So it could be seen as a jinx. So that way you make everybody angry. So for New Jersey, they're 12-3 on the season. They're 9-1 over their last 10 games. They have won 9 in a row. They're a plus 17 in goal differential. On the Montreal side, they're 8-6-1 over their last 10. They're 5-4-1. They've allowed 1 more goal than they've scored. So this way, if Montreal wins tonight, people will say, oh, look, he wore Montreal and they won. And if New Jersey wins, Montreal fans could say, see, he was trying to jinx them because he wore the Montreal reverse retro. They couldn't win when they wore, which is too bad because this jersey's fantastic. 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Pacific start between Toronto and Pittsburgh. These teams have already met. November 11th, it was a 4-2 game for Pittsburgh. So Toronto's going to try to get some measure of revenge in Pittsburgh. They'll be back in Pittsburgh again on November 26th. For Toronto, they're 8-5-3 overall, but over their last 10, 4-3-3. So when they got on a run last year, it was right around this time of year, and they're having a hard time getting on a run this year, but we'll see if they can. Their goal differential's only positive 1, so they've scored 1 more than they've allowed. On the Pittsburgh side, they're 6-6-3 over their last 10. They're 2-6-2, but their goal differential's still a positive 2. So they've got that going for them, but yeah, it's been a really up and down season for them. And then at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific as well, the Vancouver Canucks in against the Buffalo Sabres. These teams came into the league together, and they're both struggling at the same time because that seems to be a thing as well. The first meeting was in Vancouver on October 22nd. That was a 5-1 win for the Buffalo Sabres. Vancouver's 4-9-3 on the season. Over their last 10, they're 4-5-1. Their goal differential's a negative 13. On the Buffalo side, they're 7-8 on the season. They're 3-7 overall. They've lost 5 in a row. Their goal differential is a plus 3. It was much higher than that not that long ago, but a 5-game losing streak will tend to eat into that. So we'll see how that one goes tonight. My guess is Buffalo wins. Teams are on a cold streak. Don't worry, here comes Vancouver. 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific start between Washington and Florida. First of 3 meetings. They'll meet again on February 16th as well as April 8th. Washington is 7-8-2 overall. Over their last 10, they're 3-5-2. They have a negative 4 in their goal differential. On the Florida side of things, they're 8-6-1. They're 5-5 over their last 10. They have a positive 2 in goal differential. All right, so one of the kittens is chasing her around, so I'll just pick her up. So she's not babied, I swear. So yeah, we'll see who wins between Florida and Washington tonight. I kind of like Florida in that one, but Washington's been unpredictable. They're kind of due for a big game. 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific start. And now you see, yeah, Maple's heading that way. So Philadelphia's in against Columbus. That one starts at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific. The first game between these teams went to Columbus 5-2 against their former coach. That was on November 10th. This is the second of 4 meetings. They meet again on December 20th as well as April 11th. Philadelphia is 7-6-2 overall. They're 3-5-2 over their last 10. Their goal differential is a negative 6, so it's all trending in the wrong direction for Philly, but they're above 500 right now. On the Columbus side of things, they're 4-9-1. Overall, over their last 10, they're 3-6-1, and they have a negative 23 in goal differential. So those are your earliest starts. And then at 8 o'clock Eastern, 5 o'clock Pacific, We get into Minnesota against Nashville. That's the first of 3 meetings. They'll meet again February 19th as well as April 13th. On the Minnesota side, they're 7-6-2 overall. They're 6-3-1 over their last 10. They have a -3 as their goal differential. Very surprised by the mediocre numbers overall from Minnesota. And so we'll see if they can continue to win 6 out of every 10 games. That'll take them out of their troubles. On the Nashville side, they're 6-8-1 overall. They're 4-6 over their last 10. They're highly unpredictable as well. Their goal differential is a -11. Then we get into the late starts, 7 o'clock Pacific, 10 o'clock Eastern, the Detroit Red Wings in against the Anaheim Ducks. The first meeting was in Detroit on October 23rd. Detroit won that 5-1. On the Detroit side, they're 7-5-3 overall. They're 4-5-1 over their last 10. They have a -6 in goal differential. Anaheim's 4-10-1 overall. They're 3-7 over their last 10. They have a nasty goal differential of -26. So I like Detroit's odds of bouncing back after a loss in Los Angeles a couple days ago. 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific start between San Jose and Vegas, the feud that was and is no more. Vegas won 4-2 on October 25th, and I say that because, well, San Jose's not been very good, and a lot of the agitators in both lineups have moved on. The third meeting between these teams will be February 16th. The fourth meeting will be March the 30th. For San Jose, they're 5-9-3 overall. They're 4-3-3 in their last 10. -13 is their goal differential. On the Vegas side, they're 13-3. They're 9-1 over their last 10 games. +22 in goal differential. So Tampa Bay is playing very, very well right now, and they have a good chance of winning tonight. But I thought I'd go with Montreal because, sure, why not, for the reasons I outlined earlier in the preview. So there you go. From me and from Bear, let me know your winners in the comment section below. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. If you're browsing your way through, you just happened upon this video, you can wave to people. And thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.